I just don't understand, Shirley, why you just don't pay people to do stuff.
We need to pay people. I saved myself $2,500.
How much time and agony and pain?
I'm gonna be here anyways.
How
I
much
mean, I'm counting it as exercise. So
is exercise? How much stress did you get?
I'm just having to go to the store. That's all.
It was a lot more stress. I know it was. All right, brother.
Actually, I don't know. I kind of enjoyed it, especially the part where I got to turn my the water onto the toilet and watch water actually go into it for the first time in 3 months.
First time in 3 months.
Yeah, the pipes broke back in January when it got really cold here. Got like 6 degrees. So, well, I was filing a claim through my insurance, and that's how long it took them to tell me that they weren't going to pay for it.
Wow.
So,
Damn.
Insurance is the biggest scam on the planet. They don't pay for nothing. I would be like, it's if I hear motherfucking insurance, anything, I'm not buying it. Fuck you. Fuck that. Like any of
I
that type
mean, they paid for my refrigerator, my washing machine, my dishwasher, my dryer, my hot water heater, my HVAC that costs like $5,000.
Yeah,
I've gotten my $580 out of them.
really. Shit. God damn. Well, speak of the devil.
Yeah.
So this Mongolian mindset, you know how we do. I'm not sure if you're aware how we do things, but essentially we just ask you questions and you give us whatever you need. You don't need to go into any traumas, anything you don't want to tell us. And based off like how you talk, the way you talk, we use like interaction styles and temperaments combined with cognitive functions to find your personality type.
Yes, sir.
Can I get your first name? Name.
My name is Christian.
Christian.
Yes.
Cool name. One of my friends, his name's Christian.
Oh, thank you.
What does your screen say?
Huh? It says something
Is
different.
It says
Yeah.
owner.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
why I
why.
asked his name, Shelly.
Oh.
Yeah, pay attention, Shelly. All right, Christian. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, well, my name is Christian and I'm from Norway. And I've seen a lot of your videos, so I was like, oh shit, that looks cool. Maybe I shall, ring these people up and ask them if this is possible. And now I'm here.
What's your goals for 2023?
My goals are probably to move to the capital of Norway and get like my own apartment and probably get a job for some time or sometime in the future. And yeah, those are like the main goals.
Okay.
Yeah.
How you been doing with those goals so far?
Not good.
At least you're honest, man.
Yeah, thank you. When it was Christmas, I got like a book, a journal for like planning. So I've been writing in this book and I've been like trying to sort of get every month has its own like theme, So January, and then I do like reviews of the month. So it's like, okay, what's happened in January, February? And when I look back at it, it's like, okay, it's not so good. Yeah.
At least you got found a method to keep yourself accountable.
Yeah. And it's also good for like remembering stuff.
What do you consider to be the most important thing in your life besides friends and family?
Oh, that's a tough question. Most important thing? I'm not quite sure. If you ask me, I would say family, but of course you cannot say that, so. It's a very broad question, I think. sorry, I don't.
You be having some problem there. It's all good, man.
Maybe I could like, is it possible if I can maybe think about it a bit?
Oh yeah,
Then we can go back to it maybe.
yeah. So, what do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years is a long time. I'll be 34, probably at least not here where I am at now.
Mm-hmm.
Probably realistically be working somewhere, hopefully within some field that I like to do. It's a difficult question because if I mean, if I went back 10 years, I would not be able to predict where I am now 10 years ago. So I'm not sure if I can predict where I'm going to be in 10 years now, you know? But yeah, wishful thinking dictates that I'm going to be working with something that I like doing.
How do you feel about being told what to do? Sorry, I think you're done.
Told what to do. Being told what to do, it depends, like, I guess the context depends a lot. Usually I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. If I don't want to do it. Actually, the way I look at it is like you can tell someone to do something or you can tell them how to do it, but you can't do both. So like if like if it's like English is not my first language. So what's it called when you want to do something? Voluntary, yes. If you're voluntary there, then I think it's like, yeah, it's okay because you want to be there. So they can tell you what to do. But when they try to impose that on you, it's maybe sometimes not optional, ideal. Sorry. It's not ideal when they want to impose things on you that you don't want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, that's good. Do you have a trouble making decisions?
I think so.
Why do you think so?
It's just difficult to make decisions.
Are you
Because
okay, keep going.
I spend a lot of time thinking about what I'm going to do. But it's hard to act decisively, which is a choice. So even if what was the question? Whether I was
it was just how do you have trouble making decisions?
I think so. I'm not sure.
That's cool. If you were given 3 wishes, what would you wish for and why?
I've seen so many of these videos, so before I would say like, oh yeah, I want this car or whatever. And then I see people being like, oh yeah, peace on earth and whatever. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, that's awkward.
It's so good.
So yeah, but probably just like, maybe for mythological creatures to be alive or real, that would be kind of cool. That's kind of random, I guess. But
what if a dragon comes to life and eats you, though? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. What's your other 2? You got 2 more wishes, so.
Realistically, I would probably just ask for something stupid like a cool car or my own city or something like that.
Your own what?
My own city.
Oh, wow. Your own city.
That would be cool.
I mean, if
Okay.
you had $1 trillion, you could essentially buy it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had your own city, what would you name it?
Hmm. I'm sorry if it's taking time to answer. I'm just thinking.
Oh no, don't worry, man.
Okay, yes.
We gotta see what we get, you know. So
Yeah.
you
I'm
take
trying to
time,
be myself, you know.
and you taking time to think for what you do, it just shows that you're responding.
Hmm.
Information has to go,
Maybe.
information has to go to the back of the brain.
Yeah. I don't want to name it like my own name because that's a bit weird. Maybe something like something cool. Something with a cool name like Posidonia or something.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
I name it after myself, man.
Yeah. That's valid too, you know.
Mercer, Sylvania.
Hey, I put some FI on that shit. That should be named.
Like Mercer City or something.
Maybe it'd be the city of Mercer. Be Mercer. It wouldn't be anything else.
Yeah, what is cool is that if your last name is Kaiser, that's like emperor in European or
Yeah,
German,
yeah,
which is cool.
yeah. So let's see what we like. So what has been the ideal job for you?
My ideal job. I've actually been looking for jobs lately. I think maybe. Well, what I wrote in my book was that I wanted to work somewhere where I could sort of play second fiddle to someone, you know, support basically. I've been doing a lot of reflection about this lately, and when it comes to jobs, I don't think I would care that much what job it was. I care more about, you know, are the people there all right? Is the vibe all right? Is the community good? Because you can do basically anything if the community is all right. But if it's like shit community, it's really difficult to motivate yourself or not have a mental breakdown, I guess. But if I had to choose, I would probably say barista.
Barista?
Yeah,
Why you think barista?
because it allows you to, it's fast paced. It allows you to sort of interact with a lot of people. And I don't, it's what I see. It's a bit hard to know how it is to be that thing without doing it, but in my mind, it's good, I guess.
How comfortable are you in social situations with people you don't know?
I'm good at initiating with people one-on-one who I don't know. And I'm fairly all right with groups where I know everyone. But if it's a group where like a lot of unknown people in a group, it becomes very difficult.
Do you feel self-conscious about how other people perceive you?
I think everyone does to a certain extent. More so people that I don't know, of course.
How
But
well do you
yes,
sorry.
yes.
How well do you handle chaos in your life?
Chaos? Do you think you maybe can like narrow it down a bit? Is that possible?
So just things happening in your life that you weren't expecting, things going wrong, or
Yeah. Is it like physical or interpersonal or anything? Any sort of
Yeah.
chaos?
Yeah.
I think if it's way too much chaos, I can be overwhelmed and be like, oh fuck, what the hell? But if it's like, you know, a bit of chaos, maybe it's like, yeah, it's like salt in your stew. It's like, yes, you need it.
That's funny. What the fuck?
What?
I feel the same way, dude. I do not like too much chaos. Like I literally, like I can turn into a totally different person. Like I can
Yeah,
like chill, but if you put me in like a very chaotic situation, I become
yeah.
like demon lord person.
Yeah, I usually like it, but it's like at some point it can become a bit too much.
No, 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 no. I become demon lord. I start yelling at people like, yo, you need to do this, you need to do that.
Mm.
Yeah, you need to get this, you need to move this shit up. Like I become like literally like a demon lord. I'm like chill now because you know everything's in order. But if shit gets out of order,
Yeah.
That's fun. That you started bossing people around. I just take it on myself and like handle the situation.
I just
Mm.
start bossing motherfuckers around. Like I don't want nobody to talk. I don't want anybody to even, I don't want anybody to breathe until like shit is like on a
Yeah.
different. I be getting kind of snappy. Get very snappy, very
Mm.
irritable. Um,
Mm.
hmm, let's see. Uh, what's a skill that you think everybody should have?
And being able to cook.
That's odd. Why cook?
I mean, if it's one skill, you should be able to cook,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
know, because everyone needs to eat food. I
Yeah.
would say probably like making like maybe like growing food combined with cooking. If that's like one skill together, that would be ideal.
Yeah. Why you think that'd be so great? Is it because it make you independent or?
Well, it's because everyone needs to eat, and that need is not going to go away. So it's like, yeah, of course you should learn how to cook. Like what you save money, you don't have to go out to eat dinner,
Mhm.
and everyone needs to eat food. So it's like, yes, like what? Your mom's gonna make food for you all the time? No, that's not going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think your best asset is to if you were to start a business?
My best assets. I suppose it depends on what business it will be. That's not really an answer. Like I said before, second fiddle,
Mhm.
maybe like some sort of support.
Or sorry, maybe I should rephrase the question. Like um what about you, or what trait do you think would be make you successful in starting a business?
What trait do I have that will make me successful in starting a business? Maybe like mechanical awareness or something. It sounds a bit weird, but if I wanted to start a business, I would go into fixing things. So yeah, mechanical aptitude, I guess. I don't know.
Have you always been good with that type of stuff?
No,
No.
no.
Do you
Uh,
just enjoy?
yeah, I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy it thoroughly, but it's not something that I would say I'm very good at. But if I wanted to start a business, I'd go into this. But it is challenging on some level. And it's not something that I would say I'm like super good at from birth or something. It's not like natural talent. It's just that I like doing it. It's sort of a natural affinity, I guess, or pleasure.
Do you think you like it because it requires a lot of problem solving, a lot of like deep thinking?
Yeah, yeah.
Deep thinking.
I think so.
So how do you
It's
learn
like,
okay.
hmm?
Keep going, keep going.
I like, yeah, problem solving for sure. Projects, finishing projects, solving sort of intricate stuff, I guess. Yeah, for
How do you
sure,
learn
man.
something new? I'm sorry, I keep initiating all over you, man.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Just say it.
How do you learn something new?
Is it skills or is it like information?
Skills.
If I want to learn a skill, I create a project that is adequately complicated, and then I do that project. So, for example, coding or programming. The usual way of doing it is you go through a course. I tried, it didn't work, so I made like a lot of large projects that were motivating and complex. And when you solve those problems and do those projects, you learn a lot.
So you're a pretty good coder, huh?
I like it.
Mm.
I wouldn't say I'm good at it, but I think I am at the point where I'm no longer a beginner, at least.
Okay, wow, dope, dope. Shelly, you done here?
Almost.
Okay.
I have more questions I still want to ask. I've been done.
Yes.
What's the biggest problem with humanity, in your opinion?
The biggest problem with humanity. I think, oh, I'm drawing a blank. Let's see. It is that people don't. It's a very intertwined, complex sort of problem. It's just not one thing. Because you could say it's the financial system is fucked, but do you have anything better? I don't know. Okay, if I would answer, I would say probably the financial system at large.
If you went to jail, what would it be for?
If I went to jail, probably murder or something. That's the only thing. Like if I was going to jail, it would have to be something so bad that it would happen, I guess. If that makes sense. It's kind of weird to say.
Okay. How do you know what someone says is true?
You believe them, I guess.
You don't
You
catch yourself
believe them.
questioning?
What?
I say you don't catch yourself questioning what people say or verifying?
Not before they fuck me over, no. Not usually.
Not before what?
They fuck me over. So I've had people like I've trusted and then they screwed me over and I'm like, no, I'm not doing this again. What the fuck are you talking about?
So how do you know if information is true or false?
You must verify.
Yeah.
So maybe aggregated knowledge. You have to cross-reference it with all the other things that you hear and see and whatever.
So what do you do if somebody tells you what you're saying is wrong? Do you check yourself or?
What I'm saying?
Yeah, if you tell somebody something and they tell you that it's not right.
I think I have a liability to get somewhat offended, but if they really make a good case, I mean, you gotta look at it, you gotta listen, and if their case is compelling and you're wrong, then you gotta admit that you're wrong and seek out better information, I suppose. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Last question. How do you feel about dishonesty?
Sometimes necessary, sometimes bad, sometimes good. Sometimes really bad. I think everyone does it to a certain extent, but you should probably try to avoid doing it too much.
You done?
Okay. Yeah, I'm done.
All right, man.
Oh, I'm excited now.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what we got. I'm gonna go
Yes.
breaking it down what we got, and then I'll go.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at the end product of everything that you talk about. Move to
Really?
Norway, something in the future. That was
Okay.
so
What the fuck?
yeah, you're looking at the end product of everything. Even when you talked about coding, you're like, oh, I just want to be a good coder, complete complex system, um, basically work from there. It wasn't kind of like no type of progression whatsoever. Like it wasn't the how.
Mm-hmm.
It was practically just the end product. Okay, so you're an outcome focused person, so you tend to do things for an outcome. Okay,
Mm.
just is what it is. You're also informative.
Mm.
So that means you give a lot of extra information. When you were talking, you put a lot of extra information like, oh, can you clarify this? Or can you, that's a complex, you literally like told us like, yeah, that's a complex answer. I can't just put this into one way. Like you're giving us extra information on why you're informing us. So you're giving us information to let us understand that like, okay, this is a complex question or that
Mm.
it's not just outright answering things.
Mm. Yeah.
Giving information, but like you kind of want people to figure out it's an informative. So you'll be adding extra information, you'll be wordy, you'll be
Mm.
descriptive or whatnot.
Mm.
You don't like telling people what to do. Is that correct?
Yes, I would think that's correct.
Okay, so that's more of an informative branch. So if you're outcome and informative, that means you're a background type, and that kind of goes back to what you were saying about you like to be support. Okay, you don't
Oh,
like the
okay,
lead role.
interesting.
You don't like the lead role.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like the lead role. You just like the support. And the most important thing for you was you said, well, I don't really care about the job per se, but I care about the environment, the people.
Mm-hmm.
So you were talking about an SI comfort. You care about how much the comfort is to you as a person. So that's SINE. So comfort is very important to you. And you said like if the comfort's not there, then like it's gonna drain you, it's gonna be a bitch, it's just gonna be too much for you. So that's the SINE perspective.
Yeah, I
So
was actually meaning like the
Mhm.
sort of community between people, not necessarily how comfortable the job itself is.
Well, community's FE. So.
Yeah, community would be FE, which would be extroverted feeling. So that
Okay.
would you down to two type ISFJ and INTP, which we already knew that. And you were talking
Damn.
about when given the three questions, you were talking about like bringing in mythological creatures and stuff like that. That's in the more realm of abstract. When we asked you an FI related question, like what's important to you besides family and friends,
Mm.
you drew a blank. Like FI is just not there for you. So that would mean that it's in the lower stack for you. As in like someone with higher FI would know how to answer that question a lot more, a
Mm.
lot faster.
Yeah.
You talked about the book, the journal, like you use a book journal. That's pretty much using a method to keep yourself accountable. So that'd be more of a systematic approach to things.
Mm.
Um, mm, you talked about being good with the one-on-one. That's more of an introverted type thing, as opposed to extroverted thing. Um, chaos overwhelms you, so that's more of an outcome thing. Outcome types don't like chaos. Um, like as in Shelly, she's okay with chaos, but someone like myself, I want nothing to do with chaos. If it's chaos going around, that it needs to be cleaned up immediately
Mm.
because it just interferes with my zen. So
Yeah.
you're an outcome type, you're responding, and you're informative, and you're a TIFE. So TI is introverted thinking. So everything
Mm.
has logical consistency to you as a person. and you don't care as much about outside sources as much. They look a lot they're more second to what you internally go through. Okay, or what
Yeah.
you internally have verified. The first thing you said about information was it needs to be verified. That's more of a TE approach. TI approach. A TE approach is to accept experts' opinions of something. So you're a TIFE user, so ISFJ and INTP would be the ones, and you're abstract, so you're an INTP. Yeah.
Can I ask one question, or maybe two?
You can ask me any questions you want, brother.
Okay, so I will admit, be honest to say that this, did you base abstract on only that one statement about the mythological creatures?
No, when you talked about the future, based off of when you first came in here, when you say you moved to the capital of Norway,
Yeah.
it goes for 2023, and you were talking about getting a job for the future. Well, not that was more future focused. But there was other ones in here as well. But once you notice someone's informative outcome, TIFE, you're down to ISFJ and INTP. And INTPs are pragmatic, so they tend to be somewhat rebellious, like more of a freedom approach. They're not just going to listen to authority just to listen to authority. Shelly asked you a question on that RAM earlier as well. And you went through this informative answer. I don't remember everything you said. Yeah. What else you got?
You asking me?
Yeah. You got
Okay. Well, the thing was this about mythological creatures. It was sort of pre-planned because I had already watched a lot of your videos. And whilst I tried to be as quick as possible, quick fire draw, it has in fact affected me, and I'm like, that's probably why I answered that. I don't know if that will be a true answer in another situation. So I'm like, oh shit, I don't know.
You wanna?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that ISFJs are affiliative, and you're clearly pragmatic. Like just your answer about being told what to do, you said no, I don't want to do it, and that people are wanting to impose, things on you.
Yeah.
Like that. That's not the way ISFJ would answer that question. Just also, I mean, the nature of how you talk, it's suggestive of high NE and not SI.
Well, this is very interesting. I thought it was an INFJ, you see, and I also thought I was affiliative. But yeah, it's surprising. It's
I think
interesting.
FE inferior can I think cause NTP to, or will
appear affiliative.
Tertiary or inferior can cause them to appear more affiliative than other NT types.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about coding and all that, bro. That is a INTP. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
That is an INTP RAM, dude.
Although visually, had you typed it 1 minute in,
I didn't have visually type like that because I never know exactly what's gonna come out of somebody's mouth. Like the INFJ girl, I thought was probably SFJ, but she ended up being INFJ.
Yeah.
But she looked like SFJ. Yeah, I never. Usually, I try not to use it too much. But yeah.
My son has a coworker. I saw him talking to him one day, and I was like, "That's another INTP, isn't it?"
Are you saying that I visually look like an INTP?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Your demeanor and the way you.
That's quite surprising.
You got
anyway, he went and asked his coworker, and yeah, that's what he was. So.
God damn, I'm actually flabbergasted right now.
Yeah, you got SE Trickster, dude. It's all over you.
Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, man, I think INTPs, man, once they get things going and they figure out what they want in life, they're an unstoppable force. You just got to figure out what you want and where you want to go in life. You have the brain power to accomplish anything. Nowadays,
Thanks, man. That's touching.
nowadays, brain power is the most important thing, dude. Like honestly, like
Yeah,
what the fuck is someone gonna do? Like like you can't beat somebody up nowadays. Like you beat somebody up,
yeah.
consequences to pay, like for a 30-second reaction or 50-second reaction.
Mm.
You know, there's consequences for that could take up to 2 to 3 to 5 years, lawsuits, all that. So man,
And then you're going to go home and hack you anyway.
this is the age of brain power, man. So I
I would
think
say it makes sense with the FE inferior because I've been thinking a lot about inferior, and I actually I sort of expressed it as, okay, my fear is sort of, why am I scared of these groups that I don't know? Well, I don't want to say the wrong thing, and maybe that is somewhat of FE inferior.
Yeah. I'm reading an INTP, and he has that same fear. Like he's doesn't want to talk to his coworkers because he's afraid that he's going to say something.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, if I'm honest, it's going to sound really bad.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But he psychs himself out because like he's like a very likable person, and like every INTP I've ever met, you guys are very likable people, and
Yeah, I guess you would say that, wouldn't you?
That's an INTP, so
Yeah.
well, coming from me, who can be a fairly unlikable person because I lack FE.
I love I love INTPs because the thing is like you give them a task and they'll come back with the task completed. Okay.
Yeah.
And that just usually like when they talk, I have to be careful with what I ask people to do because that's my language of love is acts of service. When somebody does a service for me, I'm like, man, I like this person. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it took me a long time to figure that out because I did not think that originally reading that book, I did not think that was um my language of love. But as I notice more, like I'm like, yo, I like this person. And then I think about why. It's like, oh, they
Yeah.
perform acts of services for me. And I like
Yeah.
anybody who does like a job
And
well,
what is your type?
ENTJ.
Oh,
Yes, I'm your
hello, Mr. Golden Pear.
I'm your unconscious. Yeah, I'm your unconscious.
Yeah. Wow.
So
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
as in like you talked about being second fiddle. I like to be the first. I like to
Yeah.
be leading. Like there's no way where I don't like to be second. I just have a
No.
problem. I don't know what it is. I just can't be it. I'd rather leave the group or leave whatever it is. Like it don't work for me. It is what it is. I cannot
It is what it is.
I cannot do it. Like
Yeah.
yeah. I'd rather
Yeah,
just go.
sometimes even it's like someone will not even tell me to go do something. They will just be like, oh my God, I'm struggling so much with this thing. And I'm like, okay, I can maybe help them or something.
INTPs can get taken advantage of that way.
Yeah, you talked about that as
Yeah,
well. You said people
it's the
fuck you.
problem.
You talked about like getting fucked over and shit, and I was like, oh shit. INTPs always
Oh, shit.
like Nikola Tesla. Oh my
Yeah.
god. We talk about how he got railed.
Yeah, that's brutal, man.
He got railed out. He's an INTP as well. Get railed out. And at the end of his
Yeah.
life, he was pretty upset. I remember they had an institution for what's his name? He was a businessman. He wasn't even a scientist.
It's the dude you all like,
Um
the guy with the light bulb, wasn't it?
Edison.
Yeah, Thomas
He had
Edison.
this institution and they were gonna give Nikola Tesla a pen at the end to
Mm,
like award and thing, and he's like, you got to be fucking shitting me. I built that shit for him, and you gonna put a badge on me for some shit? And he's like, because he at that point I think he had realized that he had got fucked over, and
mm,
you know, and this guy had literally built an empire off of his
mm.
stuff, and
Yeah,
Tesla had nothing to show for what he had done.
yeah.
You gotta be careful of that shit.
That's not good.
It's crazy.
It's difficult to sort of be preemptive about it, though. Like you cannot see it coming.
I just think I think you got to find somebody with good actual character. you know,
Yeah,
someone
true.
with good actual character, who actually cares about their team and whatnot instead of like themselves. Because if you run into the person who cares about themselves, you're gonna get fucked over. They're gonna trade you out for something else. But someone who cares about his team, they understand that the team is the reason why they're there, the reason why they'll keep going to where they're going. Uh, I think that's the type of person you'd have to find, because you know, a lot of people get so caught up that they believe that their accomplishments is because of them, but it's never is because of them. It's a lot of people that play into other people's success. You're taking that from me, and I believe like most of my success is for me, but from
Yeah.
a quality standpoint of things, there's a lot of people who put into the plate of who I am, with my mom's sacrifices, my older brother's sacrifices, um, friends and stuff sacrifices, and I could never be the person I am today without their sacrifices. So let's just being honest.
Oh, that's grand of you, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you keep your team together, you can keep accomplishing things, but if you keep like trading things out, trading people out, like you start to lose originality. I mean, creativity, and lose originality, start losing all that, and eventually you'll meet your end too.
Yeah, you might lose track of your.
I love the quote from Jordan Peterson:
central.
"Nobody gets away with anything. No one gets away with anything, really.
Oh, damn.
No one gets away with anything." Jordan Peterson's INTP too.
That's quite ominous.
Yeah. But anything else you want to ask us, man?
Well, there was just one thing. I was wondering, like, about the method. Do you sort of independently verify each variable, or does the sort of if you oh, English is hard. Okay, what's it called?
So you're asking, do we actually verify? What's our methods?
No, I'm wondering, does the verification of one, or does the positive of one variable affect your view on how the other variables will be? Or do you independently verify each variable?
So when I'm typing, what I try to do is I look at what is there. Okay, I don't try to go to like the hard shit. Like I'm not gonna be sitting here like, okay, is this guy abstract or not? I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna listen to you, and I'm gonna see what's coming out. Like, what can I easily put down on paper? Like, what is coming out? What pattern is coming out?
Yeah.
What is out there? Okay, and then that eliminates other. Like if you watch the videos, I start with one thing, right? Like let's say direct versus informative. I'll look for that. Okay. What's like popping out the most? Sometimes people TIFE will pop out the most. If that's popping out the most, then that will eliminate 8 types for me. So what is they're saying that will eliminate types? So if I'm getting, let's say for instance, with Shelly, right? Probably the most thing that would pop out with Shelly would be that she's direct. Okay, I will be able to tell that she's direct very easily, and then that eliminates 8 types. Okay, then I'm gonna go back in and keep looking. At the same time, I'm trying to grab other things. That's why I'm like writing down.
But feminine.
So, so I like write down stuff, and then I attach like a function or an outcome or in like say for instance, when you were talking, I said move the capital of Norway, no progression, mostly outcome, and I keep going as you talk to make sure that's what I'm getting. And then Shelley has her own type of thing.
Checklist also, so that
yeah,
that I go and I look for everything, like to make sure that I'm not making a mistake.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering, is it like, because usually it's like deduction. If you have 4 variables, you can know someone's type, right?
Yeah, I look
like
for
direct,
the
initiating, whatever, concrete, pragmatic, it's ESTP, right? But do you
for
then?
Linda Barrens, the 6 metrics that she uses, that's I like make sure that I verify all of those and then listen.
Okay.
I don't verify all of them because they're kind of worthless.
Yeah.
The simple fact is that it's worthless. That's doing too much work. But the reason why I say it's worthless because sometimes you can get an NTJ who won't say anything abstract at all. Won't say anything abstract. It's more
Yeah.
likely you'll see an INTP being abstract because they have NE in the parent slot. So it's a lot easier for it to fly out. But sometimes you won't get it. So sometimes you have to look at what you do have and then eliminate from there. You will get things like they will beat TEFI to hell, or they will beat being direct to hell, or they will beat like being systematic to hell, you know. And it's like, what are you seeing first? Okay, what are you seeing? Okay, now eliminate types and then work from there. Don't try to take it all on at one time. Like work methodically from that and then back to back to back. Okay. First metric you get eliminates 8 other types. Then
Yeah.
depending on the next metric, it gets a little wonky because let's say if you get informative and you get SENI, that eliminates most of the board. Okay. If it's informative
2
and
types.
SENI, there's only 2 things that are left. ESFP or ISFP. Okay, but depending on that, like depending on the board, like I said in the last video when I was typing George Carlin, because he was SINE and pragmatic, I'm already down to NTP. Because he's SINE and pragmatic, I'm already down to NTP.
So you have like different methods.
Well, it just depends on what you're seeing, because if you get too caught up on everything, you'll miss things.
Yeah, that's true.
It'll go completely over your head. So, and the thing about people is people are random, you know. So you have to take what you're seeing. What are you seeing, and then work from there. Don't try to force anything, because the other way you could be forcing things, and you'll get a bad product.
I just like to make sure everything lines up so that I don't make mistake. Clearly, Mercer has we have different methods. He's worried about the
But did you draw the same conclusion then?
Yeah, we both.
Shelley?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, we text each other, man.
Like I had 2 picks for abstract. So I don't know. And you're not like past focused, so you're future and focused. And
yeah, that's interesting. Thank you.
I mean, the session will be up, man. We'll probably, you know, I like putting INTPs online because people love abstract types, so they get a lot of views. So you will see it up.
Hello, people. Hello, how are you?
Yes,
that's nice.
You can just go and check out some INTP content and get back to us.
Yeah, cool. Thank you, guys.
All right, brother. You have a good day.
Yes.
It's a pleasure, Christian.
Yes, goodbye.